Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the podcast and my channel. Yeah, a lot of good stuff in 2020. So I wanted to reflect and share with you all my takeaways from a mastermind group I did with Tony Robbins. For those of you who don't know Tony Robbins, he's sort of like probably the most famous life coach out there. So he has a really good program, and I wanted to kind of reflect upon those 6 weeks and share with you some of my takeaways from his mastermind. So I would say the biggest takeaway is changing your state. So he was able to help us want to basically get into a positive and a good state. Like a good example of that is, when you're when you're happy, you're going to be much more productive than when you're being a victim of what's going on. For example, for me, I realized that being the pandemic, there was a lot of things that I didn't want to do, and just being bogged down by negativity, I wasn't in the best ability to produce results. So what I started noticing is really just having more gratitude and reflecting upon the positive things of the day. For instance, he has these questions that we do every day called the morning power questions and then evening power questions. So the questions immediately change what we're focusing on and therefore like how we feel. So questions are very powerful because they can determine if we're feeling sad or overwhelmed, or they can essentially negate all the reasons why you will feel good and productive during the day. So the takeaway is that so basically every morning it'll help us pause to experience more happiness, excitement, pride, and joy. So some of the questions he asked us are, what am I happy about in my life? What am I excited about? What am I proud of, grateful for? What am I enjoying? What am I committed to? Who do I love? Who loves me? And then the second question around that is, what about that makes me happy? How does that make me feel? So it's always so you elaborate a little bit more about that. So you get into what specifically about that makes you happy. So you dig a little bit deeper. And the most important part is, how does that make me feel? So that's something that I don't think we think about too often. We usually do the surface level, like, hey, this makes me happy, but like, how does it make me feel helps you dig a little bit deeper into like more specifics. So wanted to share that with you. And then for the evening questions, it's, so you do this before you go to sleep. It's, what have I given today? In which ways have I been a giver? I think that's really important because from what I've learned from all of my career success and as I continue to make more money, etc., it's always how the events that have made me the happiest is when I've helped someone else and helped someone else reach their goals and their objectives. And then, what did I learn today? So I think humans innately want to improve and we want to get better. So what did I learn today will help you reflect on, hey, what about today? Did I level up in some aspects of life? So for me, getting a house is exciting because I feel like I'm leveling up and I'm improving and I'm getting better and I'm learning different, mastering different stages in life. And the third question is, how has today added to the quality of my life? How can I use today as an investment in my future? And I think that's important because we want to, every day obviously isn't going to be like as super productive. There's going to be days where you're much more in the flow state, and then at the end of the day you want to see that, hey, every day that you're being productive and you're achieving towards some sort of goal. So I wanted to share this all with you. We had Alex Knight was my coach, and he did a really good job of just getting us excited. Like his energy, like when he enters the room, he's always smiling, he's always positive, and that energy is quite infectious. So my ask for you is think about how the things that make you the happiest. So pause this video and write down 5 things that make you happy. And how can you be incorporating more of that into your life? Because at the end of the day, if we're happy, we're going to be much better to our loved ones, our friends, our kids, our family, our mothers, sisters, etc., our spouses. And another takeaway from his mastermind, we had other interest, like people from all over. He's based in Australia, so that was really cool to be able to um, connect with people all over the globe. And yeah, I would say when you have group accountability, you're more likely to reach those goals. So for me, sharing about who I want to be as a husband and how I want to improve in our relationship and how I can be more compassionate in our relationship with my wife definitely helped me be able to be more intentional about those goals. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoys this. Would love to connect. Subscribe if you haven't already, and cheers. Have an amazing day.